Tony said that you and Elander had a kind of heart-to-heart vent session at some point this weekend. What went into that? What changed for you after that?
Obviously, I wasn't swinging well for a couple of weeks, and I was, struggling and kind of in my head a little bit, trying to figure out what was going on. So, I called him up and said, "Hey, man, like, what do you see? What, kind of like, what should I do up there?" And on this past Monday, we sat there and hit for about 2-3 hours, just trying to get that feel back that I had early in the season. And I guess it kind of worked a little bit this weekend. So.
What was missing, or I guess what went into the fixing it?
I was just trying to rush a lot. Just wasn't calm and cool up there. Like I said, I was trying to rush a lot to pitches and stuff like that. So just staying to my approach and doing what I do. So I think that was kind of the switch for me, was getting back in that mental state of like, okay, like I know who I am, I know what I can do. So just go out there and do it.
What's it look like when you're swinging right? It seems like opposite field kind of comes into play a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit. I think I can spray it all over though. My approach has to be kind of up the middle. When I try to cheat on heaters and stuff like that, then a lot of things start to go south. So like I said, staying in my approach, staying up the middle, and sometimes it goes to right, sometimes it goes to left, sometimes it goes over the fence. But it's just sticking to my approach.
How big was it for you mentally to have these two big games and kind of get things going in the right direction?
I think it's huge for just anybody to have two big games. I don't like to talk about myself a lot, but it's definitely a momentum switch for me. I feel a lot more comfortable up there with my swing and the pitches I'm swinging at, stuff like that. So it's definitely huge for me to get a little more comfortable in there, because I kind of got away from that these last couple.
So where's that sort of fine line as a player between like getting like excited to play, getting fired up, and then like getting so fired up you're not really focusing? Where's that line?
I think it's competing. I mean, if you want to compete, I think that's the line. There's a line between being, out there, being all goofy, stuff like that. But like if you're out there and you want to compete and being fired up, then yeah, I think that's the line. Because some guys can be rowdy but not ready to compete. But you can be rowdy and be ready to compete. You can see it out on the field. So.
You all dug yourself a pretty nice hole to start conference play. Now you're over 500 for the first time. I guess how nice does that feel? But also, what's it going to take to continue to build from this point?
First of all, it feels amazing. Just to answer your question, and then from there, I think we started to become a team. I think that was what we were missing at the beginning of the season. Now we don't have to worry about getting a hit here because maybe the guy next to us might not. Now we know like my brother behind me has my back. If I don't do the job, I know he will. So I think coming together as a team was definitely huge for us. And we had a lot of time. We spent a lot of time together. Just with us. Like Sunday nights, just trying to figure out like, okay, what do we have to do as a team to win games? And I guess for us it was just bonding. We got a lot of new faces, a lot of new guys coming from different programs. So like I said, just figuring out who each guy is and what they can bring to the table, and then going from there was definitely huge for us.
You do anything particular to bond as a team?
We had a little team meeting, not like a team meeting, but we had a lot of guys at someone's house, and we just sat there and just talked, just chopped it up. Guys just doing what we do. But I think that was definitely huge for us, and I think after that, everything kind of switched.
When did you feel that switch? Was it just the last couple of weeks with the wins, or did it maybe happen before that?
I honestly think the loss to Tennessee Tech brought us a lot closer. I think that kind of put the icing on the cake for us. Obviously, you don't want to lose in that situation on a Tuesday against they're a really good program, but you don't want to lose on a Tuesday on your home turf. But that loss definitely put us in a situation where, okay, like, we got each other. That's all we have, and we're out there, and those 9-10 guys who are playing, we're out there, and we're going to fight for everyone out there, Coach V, Coach E, each other and everything. So I think that loss definitely kind of put us in a different mindset, and I think it started to click from there.
Why do you think you didn't have that bond?
I wouldn't say we didn't have it, but you, like I said, we have a lot of unfamiliar faces. So when you have a lot of unfamiliar faces and guys come from different programs, it's hard to gel all at once, So like me and Burke might gel, but me and Maui may not because he's from Kansas, came from different programs. So I think for us, it was just literally like we had to sit down and just figure each other out because, you spend a lot of time together, but like half the time, majority of the time we're on the field training, so you don't really get that bond, So I think that bond was huge for us, and I think it's going to we're going to continue to grow as a team from there.
How did Q help you guys find that bond too?
You know how Q is. If you know Q, you know how he is. But he's definitely been someone to always say, maybe you guys need to just, meet up as a team and do something, But he was always the biggest advocate on that because when he played, he always tells us, I think he went D2, and he always said that his team, that when they won the World Series or whatever, they were close. Like, they didn't have the talent, but they were close, and they played for each other. So we had the talent, obviously, and, once we now got that it factor where we can play for each other, you see what we can do. So
How unique was it against the pitcher that throws with his left arm and his right arm?
that was crazy. It's funny. I've been following that kid since high school. I think he's a year younger than me, but ever since high school, I was like, wow. I mean, that's pretty impressive. I don't even know how you do that, but it was cool to just go up there and look at his glove, and it had 2 thumbs and 2 pockets, and you're like, okay, well, here we go. And him switching from batter to batter or whatever. It was pretty cool to face that.
How'd you prepare for that?
Well, for me, I knew he was going to go righty, so I just did my normal, right on right stuff. But some guys, he would go left on left, and then next at bat go right-handed. So for the lefties, I don't really know. I know we were joking with Zeus. Which side are you going to hit today, brother? You might have to hit lefty for the first time. So, but no, it was definitely cool and a great experience. I mean, that's what baseball's about. Just you see new stuff every day. So.